Of bombshell announcements concerning the Beaumont Independent School District's future. Welcome to 12 News HD. I'm Kevin Steele.
And I'm Jackie Simeon. Thanks for joining us. As you probably know by now, BISD failed to convince an Austin judge to grant a temporary restraining order that would have prevented a state takeover of the school district.
And late today, the district added a cost-saving proposal, adding the closure of Austin Middle School to its controversial list of layoffs. We were the first news outlet to report on this possibility. A couple of weeks ago, both Austin and King Middle Schools have been suffering from low enrollment. Well, on Monday, trustees will vote on closing Austin and consolidating that campus into King Middle School. It would lead to the elimination of several positions, including a layoff of at least one principal. The plan also calls for Austin to be repurposed to house the Paul Brown Center and Pathways, which are BISD alternative campuses. That is already generating concerns because it would put students with wide age differences on the same campus.
But what many are wondering tonight is when the state takeover will happen. 12 News anchor Angel San Juan joins us to explain what's next.
The simple answer to the question, when does the state take over, is we don't know, because that's now up to the people who would lose their authority as a result of the Commissioner of Education replacing them with the Board of Managers. Through a spokesman, Texas Commissioner of Education Michael Williams tried to reassure Beaumont citizens that he feels their pain and that help is on the way.
The commissioner shares the frustrations of local taxpayers in Beaumont. He's made a decision. He would like to move forward to start the process of renewing confidence and trust in the Beaumont Independent School District.
Some of that help came from an Austin State District judge who on Friday denied BISD's request for a temporary restraining order that would have prevented Williams from replacing the elected Board of Trustees with an appointed Board of Managers. However, when Williams can now proceed is still not known.
It's really in the hands of the Board of Trustees. If they inform us they want to do a record review, we'll schedule that and move forward and see how that process plays out. If they elect a legal avenue that's separate from the record review, that of course would also delay the process.
BISD's lawyer, Chris Tritico, has already said the district will pursue a record review, which is basically an appeal to the Texas Education Agency. But he has also not ruled out appealing the judge's decision to a higher court.
At some point, some ruling is going to have to corral the Commissioner of Education and say, you know, the law is the law, and you can't just bend the law to fit the facts of each case as you see fit.
Tritico says on Monday he'll meet with board trustees to see what they want the next step to be.
I think we're right. I think TEA is wrong, and I think they've overstepped their bounds, and so because of that, we're going to avail ourselves to every procedural process available to us to stop it.
And the Beaumont Teachers Association released a statement this evening saying, quote, "It is time for the current board and leadership of BISD to acknowledge the inevitable outcome and step aside."
Okay. That'll be an interesting day when that happens, if that happens.
Incredible. Yeah, it really is. At this point, though, it seems like they're going to continue to fight.
And the Monday meeting will be one to watch.
No, exactly. And the other concern is this is costing taxpayer dollars, too. That's another big concern.
Right.
Angel, thanks very much.
Thank you, Angel. The TEA appointed conservator for Beaumont ISD has directed school board members to include comments from the public at Monday's special school board meeting. In a letter to board president Gwen Ambrose, conservator Fred Schaefer says the public comments portion should be scheduled to last for 30 minutes Monday. Schaefer also said that the allotted time should be set on the agenda to take place before the board's consideration and discussion of the posted agenda items.
District Attorney Corey Crenshaw told 12 News if Schaefer had not made this decision, he would have allowed the public to speak their mind at the courthouse. BISD board member Tom Neal says new leadership is necessary and hopes it won't be delayed any longer. And a Marshall Middle School teacher, you saw him a moment ago, who is also a BISD father of 5, says it's time the focus gets back on the children of Beaumont.
What has turned my stomach over the last couple of weeks is how evident it has become that some of our board members and some of our central administration are not in it for the kids.
State Representative Joe Desotel agrees the kids are the #1 priority, but says this is a serious situation and not a celebratory one, saying, quote, "No one feels this process can continue the way it's going with new problems and new headlines showing up every day. This has to end."
Texas Education Commissioner Michael Williams said he was pleased and said in a statement the timing of a transition to a board of managers, quote, remains in the hands of the current board of trustees. They must ultimately decide whether to abide by the legal decisions that have already been reached or to continue to utilize taxpayer dollars in a losing fight. Board of Education member David Bradley today compared the ruling to combat, saying the war has been won. The trustees stepped on Superman's cape.
In less than 12 hours, the city of Beaumont will see something